On a cold day in the late fall, we decided to spend an afternoon at anchor off a little island called Saddlebag Island. It was fairly cold. The good news is it's just a short trip getting over there, less than probably 45 minutes, even in light air. We're going to have ourselves some coffee. A couple eagles away in the distance in that tree. Mount Baker, Saddlebag Island. Just before leaving the dock at Cap Sandy, I checked the engine like I usually do, and I noticed there were a few drops of water coming out of the raw water pump, so I knew in the back of my mind it was something that still had to be dealt with.
I did too, and I didn't realize it till I got up here. I thought,
Did you guys have a lot of ice this morning?
we had frost.
Oh.
It's been really fun though. We got a new wood stove. Yeah.
Our plan was to head back to Cap Sandy in warmth before the sun went down all the way. Cool sailboat.
Is it really, really efficient?
It's pretty efficient. It runs pretty clean. But, well, they're moving right along.
They are.
That's a pretty good sized boat.
It is.
So what we're looking at is a water system. This is where the raw water comes in. And this is the Aqualift muffler. These hoses, let's see if I can show those. Those hoses are heading back up to the engine. And we put in, like all of these hoses, this is all new hose I put in. So we just put all these in, followed everything forward, and we're looking pretty good down here. This is our dripless packing gland. We've had it, gosh, I guess we've had this in here for about 15 years now, and we have yet to have a single drop of water, which is kind of nice. As you can see, there's a constant drip coming from the bottom of the raw water pump. Something we'll have to pull apart and take a closer look at. I'm not seeing right off. I'm looking through a camera lens. I don't see anything missing. We noticed some water dripping from the bottom of the raw water pump. Thought we'd see if we could fix it. Unfortunately, it looks like that's not possible just because of the age of the pump itself. I went ahead and pulled the pump, did my best to see if it was something I could rebuild, but the more I looked at it, the less I liked the design itself. So we then turned around and picked up a new Oberdorfer pump. And as you can see, its access to the impeller is from the front, which makes it very easy to work on. The actual pump and the installation took, probably less than 5 minutes. Once it was on, we immediately ran the engine, and lo and behold, we actually got vastly improved throughput of water. So nothing wrong with that. And as you can see, I used all new fittings and hoses just to make it look pretty. The front access is amazing too. So once I decided to replace the raw water impeller and the raw water pump, it was kind of a quick thing to go in and document everything in our ship's log program. So ship's log is actually a program that's used to monitor and manage basically everything that we've done with the boat from the time it was new. We can come down here and pull as an example the, let's see, I believe this, yeah, this is it right here, in fact. So here we are replacing our raw water pump, and it identifies that we went from a Sherwood to an Oberdorfer because the actual cost was half of just the cost of rebuilding the Sherwood. So we went with an Oberdorfer. I even noted here that after we replaced it, it only took a few minutes to replace the pump, but by the time it was done, we noted that there was even more water coming out of our exhaust, our Aqualift exhaust. Even mentions that in less than a minute the bubbles were gone, but we noticed that the actual output of water was much greater than it had been. Very happy with this new Oberdorfer. This actually tracks the costs and everything else, but mostly it documents exactly what we did to the boat, when, and how we went about it. So that's a nice thing to see. What are you doing? Oh, I didn't mean the head, I meant the engine.
I was gonna